Stop! Police!
Oh, shit.
We have a multiple 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here!
Hey, what's up? This is Community Service with Greg Conant. That's me. We rolling?
Yeah.
All
word?
right, we're rolling. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
We got Mr. Cat in the house. We got Sean Grant.
What's up, baby?
Oh man, my first repeat customer right here.
Hey, I'm all for that, man. I'm honored, bro. This
And-
is dope. I love this spot.
I canceled on my previous. I had a guest lined up, but I was like, I gotta get Sean Grant. We gotta talk about JFL.
Yo, that was amazing, man. That was so dope. You killed it.
You killed it.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah.
We just flew in from Canada.
Yeah.
We're in Montreal, Just for Laughs Festival. And I don't even know. Did you know how big of a fucking deal this shit was?
I knew, you know what? I've been wanting to do it for 10 years. And I never even knew how to audition for them. None of that. Like, this has all been magical for me this year because he saw me. Jeff was judging a competition at Westside and then put me right to callbacks. It's been amazing. But I've sent emails since 5 years ago or 6 years ago. And I never, that's the most frustrating. I wouldn't have minded auditioning and they don't like you. That's cool. But the fact that he's never even seen me, none of them, I'm like, dang, how do you break it? And then all of a sudden, I'm there with my baby, man. I'm like, did you tell anybody? Because we did a show the Saturday before the announcement, right? At Haha.
I didn't tell a soul.
Yeah.
Because they told me, they JFL says if you tell anybody, we'll disqualify you.
Right. They make it
I didn't know that was kind of a bluff. They just wanted to keep your fucking mouth shut. I don't think anybody's ever been canceled on in the history.
Yeah.
But I took it to heart. I was like, I ain't saying shit. So when it came out, all my close homies were like, why didn't you tell me? I was like, they told me not to tell anyone. They're like, oh, that's just fucking.
No.
I was like, oh,
No, he made it pretty.
I got it.
He made it pretty intense when he said it to me too. Like,
because
we'll get you.
I'm not trying to get disqualified of one of the best opportunities that has happened in my career thus far.
So did you not know about it, or how big a deal it was?
No,
before
that's why I want to try to explain to people. All right, for you motherfuckers, most of these people don't even know what Just for Laughs. Just for Laughs, the best analogy I could come up with, it's like Coachella, but for comedy, and instead of 3 days, what is it, 3 weeks?
Yeah. It's almost like a whole month.
It's almost a whole month. There's 30 shows a day. You have people like Kevin Hart to us,
right?
All fucking levels.
Yeah.
Mark Maron, Jimmy Carr, everybody. Fucking Ron Funches,
dude. I think the
Blake Griffith was there. They got basketball players doing comedy now. That fool's not funny at all. I'm just kidding.
He did okay in the
He
roast
surprised
battle.
me. He surprised me.
He clearly had writers. I heard Neil wrote for him.
Of course he had writers. That's why I said what I said. He was actually extremely nice guy, and he was cool to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't ask him for a picture. I don't know why. But
because we felt that we were in the green room with Jimmy Carr and Bobby Lee, and I didn't want to ask for pictures because first I didn't want to be the only guy who asked for pictures, and then we feel like peers. They're making us feel like we're just one of them.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to break that.
When you're just talking to them about comedy and your journey, and they're just dropping knowledge, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then when you go, let me take a picture, it kind of pulls you out of it.
Yeah.
But but Louis Anderson, I didn't give a fuck. I was like, hey man, let me get a photo. I watched you as a kid.
Where'd you see him at?
At the airport.
Oh, word. Oh, okay.
Our flight was delayed 7 hours.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They're
That's
like,
ridiculous.
we get there. So the flight home was Montreal to Los Angeles, direct flight, Sunday morning after the festival's over. So we get there, and then the airline gets on the intercom and like, there's a mechanical malfunction, and we need to get a new plane. And we're like,
build one?
We're like, what? They're like, it can't be fixed. And we're like, all right, I guess that's a good thing. But they're like, just sit tight for 6 or 7 hours. And all of us were like,
whoa,
what? And they're like, don't worry, we'll give you a $20 meal voucher. We're like, that's not cutting it. Air Canada.
Yeah.
But so that flight, so we're chilling in the airport, and it's Mark Maron, Anthony Jeselnik,
Oh my
Louis
God.
Anderson, fucking
Oh my
everybody, all CP, Jack Knight,
Oh, word.
Megan Gailey, fucking
Damn, dude, that's a great flight.
our man, our
Dude, had you
JFO.
gotten on that the bad plane, that would have like destroyed comedy, man. Like if you all crashed.
Oh yeah, I know.
If all those people died,
Oh my God, that would have
including
been
you,
the
future of comedy.
Buddy
the,
Holly all over again. What's that called? What was that?
the
Big
day the
Bopper,
music died. Yeah.
Richie, the day the music died. Oh man.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
man.
that would have been a lot of future careers and established careers.
Dude, I was
Pete Holmes was there,
Pete
chilling
Holmes on
with
it?
Pete Holmes.
Oh my God, man.
I think he went to the VIP lounge after an hour or two of chilling with us.
Dude, what a great host he was. He hosted
Pete
our
Holmes
show.
is the man. I love that dude.
Yeah, he was
He's a
amazing.
he killed it. So there's roast battle. Roast. My neighbor Brian Moses. He does roast battle, and with Jeff Frost, and they had roast battle over there, and Pete Holmes was battling Blake Griffith, and Pete Holmes killed it. Oh my God.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they gave it to Blake because Pete did like 20 jokes, and he was supposed to do 3. But it was just.
Yeah.
He fucking murdered, dude. When he started walking in circles, going.
Right.
Remember that? Oh shit! I was dying.
He got every judge. He does like the mean Pete character, which is it's funny because he himself is like the sweetest guy, so
Yeah.
he has to tap into mean Pete. But like before our show, he was just like calming us down.
Yeah,
honestly, you calm me down the most because I go there with the spider bite. Like my whole face was swollen.
Yeah, he had this horn on his head.
Well, no, yeah, that's what I had when he saw me. When I first landed, my whole face, I looked like a Klingon because like it was protruding. Like
Yeah.
my literal face, my forehead up to here.
So how'd I calm you down?
Well, you calmed me down by making fun of it.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
as soon as he saw me, he was like, "What's that horn on your head, bro? You look stupid." And I was like, "Oh, thank God, somebody notices and they said something." As
gotta call
opposed to just nobody noticed this, and then I'll be like thinking, "I'm like, okay, it's there. Everybody can see it." And then what did you do after that? After you
I'm
made fun
polite.
of-
What can I say?
No, what did you do? He offered me makeup.
Oh yeah, I'm such a fucking dummy. I was like, because I brought a makeup so in case I get a fucking pimple, I don't want to be Rudolph on my big debut show or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
And then I'm just so colorblind, I guess, or dumb or whatever. I was like, hey, you want my makeup? And I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's not gonna
It
work.
took him a little while to realize why I had
That's
to
gonna-
say no.
That's gonna highlight it.
But it was, yeah, you just us clowning made it fun. You know, me and you like relaxing. Josh Adam Myers, that thing he said to us.
What'd he say?
You don't remember? Like it.
I
that's-
remember it hit my heart close to home, but I don't remember.
He was just like the day before. He said it to both of us at the roast battle, the first roast battle we went to. Which, by the way, he just walks in like this dude is like. Like the coolest, like as far as just crashing stuff, we walk right into green room,
I
grab
don't give a
sandwiches.
fuck. I got my badge.
This is a big. He's
So
a
you're
beast.
if you to get in the green room, you're supposed to be on the show. But you
Right.
have an artist pass. They don't know we're on the show, so I was like, "Hey, follow me," and we just
Yeah.
fucking because
Just
they
this-
got food in there, sandwiches, beverages. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
spend my money.
Dude, other people with passes, like, what the hell? And like this dude, every night, anywhere he wants to go, he's just walking in. Like,
Just
as
walk
his
with authority.
boss.
Just fucking. They try to stop you, be like, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to be here." Yeah, I know.
Do you
Let
know
me
who I
in.
am? Right.
Let me in, motherfucker. Yeah, we got in all the green rooms. We were
Yeah.
stealing all the food, all the fresh fruit,
Right. So he's
blueberries, strawberries, hot meat.
pockets just full
I
of like,
I fill in my pockets with gummy bears and cookies.
oh
You
my
get hungry
God.
later in the night. It's long nights. It's long
This
nights.
dude, man. But the first night when we crashed the roast battle, Josh sees us and he's like, "Yeah, man. You know, I didn't have a good time at my first set." Like he always thinks he fucking probably killed
No,
on
he
his
bombed.
JFL.
I
He be-
heard. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't even around then.
But Josh was like, "Yeah,
no,
man."
he's so funny.
But he's so funny, and what he said to us was, "But no matter what, like you have a," he was like, yeah, "Let me try doing this. You have a stamp on you now, man. You got a stamp on you. So no matter what, for the rest of your life, no one can ever say you're not a comedian." And that was like, oh snap! Like so, no matter what we do, all we have to do on stage is what we always do. We do it every night, just get people to laugh. But no matter how this goes, you've already done it. You've already did this thing. You got here, so now you're recognized.
But also, the reason it was so nerve wracking is what people don't know is We got. I always call it fresh faces. I kept because the Laugh Factory flyers. It's called New Faces. JFL New Faces, and what that is it gets all of Hollywood there. The industry, casting directors, Sony, Warner Brothers, agents, managers. So like, don't be nervous. You're like, the people that are going to give me work for the rest of my life are watching me. You know,
Right.
And there's like 300 of them, and like, so if you bomb, I'm not even trying to. There's a good chance you're not going to work at all for 5 to 10 years if you bomb. You got to kill it. You have to kill it.
Well, and here's the thing. And I don't disagree at all. I think you have to kill it, but everybody has their version of killing it, if that makes sense. So my thing is, don't leave money on the table. No matter what, you could not have done bad. Even if, let's say, because there was a mad crowd, it was 800 people. So of the industry, minus them, you have regular people. Let's say all of them
We got lucky because in past years, I guess it was all industry.
Dude, I heard such horror stories. First of all right, just to bring it back, when I was asking a couple people, like the day before, I told a couple people, like who I know had done it before and are close homies of mine, everything they said to me about Unrepped just got in my head. Like, nobody cares about it. It's going to be empty.
I felt like
a lot
it
of
was the
people
exact
bombed.
opposite. Our shit was
the complete
fire,
opposite
and
of
it
that.
was packed.
It was packed out. People were excited about it. They stayed the whole show and came up to us afterward. It was super dope. And I really feel like we had the stronger of the New Faces show. Whatever, if that starts beef, I don't give a damn. But straight up, we had like a really strong
we fucking
show.
ripped it.
So we went hard and like we got attention. But yeah, so like that was in my head. And I was like, what? But they weren't lying. I'm sure in past years, maybe it did suck or whatever.
From what I hear, everybody said the same shit. They're like, it's not that packed. A lot of the industry's not there. It's because they're there for the repped persons, you know?
Which is insane to me because it's like
they're already repped, motherfuckers.
they're repped and they're there because they're repped.
Yeah.
We're there because of just us. You know what I mean? Like just whatever we do.
I feel like because a lot of the people that listen to this may not understand this. So, New Faces, there's different categories. We were unrepped, meaning we ain't got shit. We don't have anybody helping. We don't have managers. We have no agents. We got nothing. I got a studio apartment with no kitchen, motherfuckers.
Right.
But the other New Faces, they're repped.
But they got Brillstein on their side. They got
CAA
3 Arts on their
and
side.
all that shit.
ICM. And we trashed them. No. Look at you scared because he wants to be rep.
They ain't got shit.
I'm staying on rep. No, just no, I'm not. No, I am
No,
not.
I'm not. Give me work. Give me work.
Please help me. But yeah. So we did the show, and what the hell was I gonna say before that? I was on the track to talk about our show. Leaving money on the table. So like, yeah, everybody, is not gonna like kill, right? But like with you have a thing already. Like you killed. But let's say none of them liked you. None of the crowd liked you. The industry could still look at you, your material, and go, I know what to do with that person.
Yes.
I know exactly where I'm going to cast that person. So even if you bomb.
Stoner guy number one.
Well, whatever. But you get what I'm saying?
I agree with what you're saying. I also agree with what I was saying. That does make sense. But people have told me in past, like if you eat shit and you're not a specific thing that they can do something with,
right.
you go away. Like they're just like, bye. But you can always build your own empire and earn it on your own. It just takes 5 to 10 years.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and you've already been doing that. You got a fan base. You got followers.
One fart at a time, motherfucker.
But it's real. Like you.
But yeah, the industry, of course, it just accelerates the process. It's
Absolutely.
just like, yeah, I could get it on my own, but having a team of people in the industry getting you industry shit, of course, is going to help you. Otherwise, you're just out there just fucking throwing Hail Marys. But the good thing about Hail Marys is sometimes people catch them and get a motherfucking touchdown.
Dude, straight up.
But now I got Belichick, that piece of shit, on my side. I'm just kidding. Belichick, Bulacek.
Yeah. So wait, have you gone public with your decision and all that?
Yeah. Or no, not yet. I was going to wait.
Cool.
I don't really know how this shit works. I straight up told them, I was like, just tell me what to do.
Right.
I don't know what I'm doing over here.
Dude, that was my vibe when I met with people. I was just like, I didn't say it. Like, I just was trying to get a gauge of our relationship and just talk to them.
Yeah.
When I met with a few people. But I was just like, I saw the rosters and I'd be like, man, Not that I'm afraid to compete with bigger guys or guys who have more
Yeah.
of a following, but I'm like, yeah, I need help. I need mad like guidance, and I need patience because it's like, yeah, this was a great moment. We felt like celebrities. People congratulating us all week. But then
Montreal
it's-
treats you like rock stars.
Yeah, and I knew what it was like when we would land back, and now I'm back at the line at the
Back
comedy
to
store.
not-
I'm back to asking for a friends and family spot Monday night.
This is funny right here. Okay, so we just did. We got flown across the country, across the world, into another country. Did theater gigs. Killed it. We're
Yeah.
rock stars. We're straight up. Somebody said you're going to be the belle of the ball. We were like everybody.
Yeah.
Like Bobby Lee's like, oh my God, you got new faces. You know. And everybody congratulates you from fucking the famous fucks to the mid-level guys to us trying to make it. And then you come back and you go, hey, can I get up on this open mic? And they say no. That happened. That happened.
That happened to you yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did you get up?
Oh, you talking about at the store?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I talked to Luke already, but I just didn't feel like waiting. He was like, "Yeah, it could be like 75% you're going up," and I was like, "I
Yeah,
really
he
came
just
to
told
hang."
me no.
Oh yeah, because I think by that
I was like, wait, but I was.
you must have got
I
there
was
late though. You got
I did.
There
I got
really,
there
really
late.
I got there early, and it
I
was still
figured
like,
my JFL fucking swag might get straight to the stage. They're like back of the line, hippie.
Dude, I've already had those. When I did Jimmy Kimmel, like I was a kid, like I was in college, and it was like a competition for the funniest college kid in America. So like, I went and I already knew something bad because like every time something bad happens, it's a big moment in my life. So that was a really good moment because right before we did Jimmy Kimmel, we get flown in, and there was 4 of us competing. Some guy from Cincinnati, Loyola Marymount, another guy from Florida, and I was at Florida State. Out of like 3,000 kids that they looked at. But anyway, they come and it wasn't a race thing. The other 3 guys were white. They just happened to be in line for their room before us, me and my buddy, because they let you bring a buddy with you. So me and my buddy were last, and they didn't have our room ready. And I was like, what does that mean? What are you talking about? It was just kind of like you when you first landed. Like there was, but our room, it was like, it was going to be ready 15 minutes before we'd have to go to the set of Jimmy Kimmel.
That's
I was like,
not good.
What? What? So we're walking around LA for 3 hours. This is at the Standard right there.
Yeah.
So we're just walking up and down that street, Sunset, with our bags in our hand, nowhere to go. We're homeless for 3 hours. And I was like, I have to win this. I have to kill them now. Like,
Yeah.
I am upset now.
Yeah.
So we have 15 minutes to go in my room. I ironed my clothes real quick. We did a bird bath because I didn't want to stink when I met Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
And then we go there, and this dude, I swear I believe in God. I don't care what y'all say. Fuck what y'all
I
niggas
believe
talking
in
about.
God.
God is real, motherfucker. So anyway, while I'm cursing.
I believe
But,
in God wholeheartedly, just
yeah.
not that organized religious bullshit.
Oh no, I fuck religion. Fuck religion. I fuck with God, dog. Like even Jesus didn't fuck with religion like that.
I know they killed him for it.
Yeah, I know, because he didn't fuck with that, that rule shit. But anyway.
Good thing they wrote a religion after a man that didn't believe in religion.
Right, with mad rules in it. But anyway, so we're
That's smart.
fucking crazy. So then I get last, like because we drew numbers and nobody wanted to go last, just like I was at JFL.
Yeah. He went last and he still ripped that
Right,
shit.
right. But I got last on the Jimmy Kimmel thing, and they asked us. They were like, "Yeah, because we don't want to put you on the show because a guy bombed the week before, like the most epic bomb on TV. It's still the most epic bomb. Some guy bombed on Jimmy Kimmel the week before us, and I forget his name. You've seen
Rob
it.
Delaney?
Rob Delaney. Yeah, it's some epic set like that.
People still talk about it.
It was that bad.
It
So
was
they
the-
were like,
it
we
was the
don't
worst.
live record stand up anymore. So we're going to do you guys after the show and show a clip of you the next day. So we'll just ask the audience to stay if they want to stay and see comedy, like a competition. So they asked, and everybody stayed. They were like, yeah, cool. Because they saw the show was good. It was David Allen Greer with a guest and all that. So they're like, yeah, if you want to stay, see these kids compete, cool. They asked us, how much time you want to do? And everybody was like, we're comfortable with 5 minutes. I didn't say anything. At the time,
But
I had
got an hour. No,
dude, no, at the time I might have had 20 minutes, which is a lot for a kid. You know what I mean? So I was like, I have 20 minutes I'm really, really comfortable with, but 10 that I can showcase. So they said 5 minutes, and I'm last. So I'm like, cool. Dude, I did like fucking 12 minutes. I did every good joke that I knew because it didn't matter because it's not like a club.
It's a taping.
It's a tape, but it wasn't even like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there was no time limit. The
Yeah.
crowd was just there. There wasn't like waitresses had to drop checks. Nothing mattered as far as the time. So the other guys were like, what the hell? What's he doing?
You're like, tough break, bitches.
And I'm just bang, 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 doing my best 12 because I'm last, and it doesn't matter. I would look like an asshole if somebody's behind me.
Yeah,
But because
yeah.
I'm last, I just
doesn't
do all my,
matter.
and I won. What's his name? Daniel Carter picked me. He was like a stagehand on the show, and he was like the deciding vote.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know Daniel Carter, he
Yeah.
runs Ponchos, and he always tells me every time he sees me that he picked me for that. I won. I bought some smoke tint shades because I got like $2,000, and I had like 5 extra days in LA, and I get put up at the store. I never followed through with that, so that's why I'm not a, whatever. I'm just friends and family now. But anyway, I was like, I felt like a celebrity. Go back to Tallahassee, and I get cussed out by the manager for missing a MC meeting. And I show up with my sunshades on, like I'm a star, like how
Yeah.
you feel like a star. And he's like, you come in here with your stupid ass sunshades on. You think you're hot shit. I'm just watching him, and he sees himself getting mad in my sunglasses. He's just a little dude.
You're like, but I won.
But I won. I'm the man. I'm famous now. And
Go clean the toilet.
Right, and none of it's true. And it's like, so I already anticipated that coming back. Like, all right, JFL is wonderful. It's comedy heaven. Everybody loves us.
It's comedy heaven. That's a perfect analogy.
We got to go back to life.
It's comedy heaven. I didn't understand the scope of it. Nobody told. I mean, they tried to explain to you, but it's if you're a fan of comedy, you should go.
Yeah,
'Cause
just to walk around.
It's insane. It's insane.
Dude, when I got there a day early, I'm just walking around. They have a market. They have like a full out stands and people performing all day in French and all that stuff. And I got to watch people bomb in French. But then you see people walking around like vaudevillian type acts. Like just a really big dude and a little dude in underwear walking around.
It has everything.
It has everything.
It has
like
everything.
anything that could be considered comedy in any way. Like, because
Every
comedy's
category, every
Yeah.
ethnicity, every disability, fucking. Our girl Tina fucking ripped
Oh
that
my
shit.
God.
She
Yeah.
has cerebral palsy, right?
Yeah.
And she fucking murdered.
Murdered.
Oh my God, she's so funny.
Yeah. And,
What's her
and
last name? Give
Tina
her a shout
Frimmel.
Frimmel.
At
Look her
Tina
up.
Frimmel.
So funny.
Yeah, she's so
We
funny.
had a good crew, man.
Yeah, us, Drew Dunn, that guy Sam Talent. I've heard of him, but I've never
Sam's
seen
funny,
him.
dude. I like that.
Beasted, Janae Burris, Napoleon
See,
Amell.
You're good with names, bro. I got like first names
Dude,
only.
because I had to see all of them. I was the last name. So I'm like, all right, Andrew Stanley's
those
up.
two Andrews, the other Andrew.
Murphy,
yeah.
Andrew Murphy, Andrew Stanley, Drew Dunn. I think they were all 3 Andrew, but Drew Dunn just calls himself Drew.
He saw the 3 Andrews. He's like, I'm Drew tonight.
Right. That's
I
smart.
changed my name tonight.
Right. Straight up.
3 Andrews.
Oh man, dude, like, yeah, it was. I feel like ours was amazing. But shout out to the other guys,
Yeah, you rep
Punky,
pussies. I'm just kidding.
No, Punky Johnson.
We had so many friends out there, man. Chappelle
Tyree,
Lacey,
Chappelle Lacey,
Hannah Einbinder.
Hannah Einbinder. Oh yeah, she ripped. Her that bitch she does was built for that stage.
Oh, it was beautiful.
That like because they dropped
Brad
a
David Silnitzer.
Oh yeah,
I'm forgetting somebody. Joe Prano.
Joe Prano killed it. Some guy I didn't know who he was, but Shane Gillis went hard.
Yeah.
At the end, he closed out the first rep showcase. But when you saw the first thing drop, because here's what happened, right? I listened to my friends, and I was like, no, they don't know what they're talking about. This is going to be a great experience. Then when they dropped the thing on Monday, it didn't have our faces on it. It just had like, and not even all the rep people, but it had some of the rep people on the Variety magazine. Did you feel a way about that? Did you feel like, oh, here we go, like?
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt like this is gonna be bad. Like this is my dream come true, and now I'm not even on the thing, and people are tagging me in the thing I'm not on.
Variety magazine announced all the new faces of Montreal JFL.
They announced them all, but they didn't have us all in the cover.
But they had the pictures of all the repped persons.
And not even all of them. Opie wasn't on there. Like
It's just some of them.
Some of them.
And then the unrep was like, keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. All right, you're done. You're tired of scrolling? Keep scrolling. And then it was just a list of names, no photos. And we're like, hey, guys, how are you?
And then I submitted the worst video. Because my video, they said, hey, can we get a video, just some clip of your stand-up. I didn't know what they were going to do with it. So I just sent them my laugh tracks episode, which is on True TV. But in laugh tracks, they get a guy to play you in the sketch. So the screenshot, like your screenshot is your face about to tell stand-up
It's not
joke.
even him.
It wasn't me. It was Brandon Brody on my screenshot because he's playing me in the joke that I'm telling on
Yeah,
True TV.
that's so
So I'm
funny.
like, this is the worst. I can't tell anybody about this Variety article.
We finally get in the magazine. It's you doing. It's not
And it's
even
Brandon
you.
Brody's face next to my name.
That's pretty funny.
Oh my God, dude. But it ended up being magical because I was like, this is going to be bad. Like when it dropped that day, because it was the first 3 hours that, because then they sent a flyer out with us on it, with the unrep people. And that's what I posted. I'm like, I'm not going
Yeah.
to post this Variety.
But they did it later on like a different thing. It's a little
Right.
more obscure. You're like, well, I want to do it on the big one.
I won't be on the big time, baby.
I want to be on the big one.
on the big show.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about Ari Shaffir. You didn't. Ari
Oh.
Shaffir was very, very nice, and he took us all
Wonderful.
out to lunch. You missed that though, right?
Dude.
He was hustling. So this motherfucker at Just for Laughs Montreal, there's events from like 1 p.m. to 1 a.m.
No, dude, like 10 a.m. Like
10
you do,
a.m.
like pitches and all that stuff.
There's panels, there's podcasts, there's the cast of Big Mouth. You got
Right.
fucking Jack Knight and Nick Kroll and John Mulaney talking about the cartoon. Those panels, those are at like noon and 1. So Ari Shaffir is taking all of us unrepped people out to lunch and
Yeah.
just words of wisdom type shit. Just dropping
Yeah.
knowledge, and he's very kind. And this fool, I said, hey, are you going? And he's like, no, I'm going to the creators panel, then how to pitch a TV show panel, and then fucking this panel.
Dude, I
I did nothing. And I was like, man, I'm doing this wrong.
No,
This
but
fool
you-
did like 8 things by the time I woke up.
Right.
I was like, fuck.
Nah, dude, but I told you, you're doing Craig. Like, Craig is not the type of dude that's going to wake up 9 a.m. to start going to panels. And if you did, you'd be in there sleeping.
I'd be
It would be
asleep.
worse.
I'd be like, man, you
All the club
suck.
bookers would have been right. Dude, you would have said, dude. All right, I'm not even going to say
I
too
can't
much.
help it.
Because where I was at during the Ari thing, my plan was to leave 15 minutes into it just to kind of, because I knew what it would be, but because Jeff asked us to go, he sent us an email like, hey, come to this Gatekeepers panel, which is just like a bunch of club owners. It's like the owner of Comedy Works and the owner of these other places. So what are they going to say? They're just going to say, send us your avails. This is how you get into my club. That's what you think. Dude, it became a conversation about race and diversity and in comedy. And I'm like, what is this? And so it felt, if I had left, me and Opie wanted to leave, but we're black. So it would have looked like we were leaving in protest. So we were like,
You're like,
we
"No,
can't move.
I just want free food.
Not only that, it would have looked like, because Jeff was hosting it like Phil Donahue, like walking
Jeff
up-
Singer?
Yeah, he's walking up
Jeff
and down
Singer's,
the aisles.
one of the organizers.
One of the most amazing people, by the way. Love that dude.
And he booked us.
He booked us.
with Tammy Jo,
Changed our
Darren.
life. Yeah, Nick Brazo.
And Nick Brazo.
Abby. All those people are dope as hell.
There's too
Everybody.
many names. I feel like I'm forgetting them
We're
out.
forgetting a
But these
bunch of
people
people.
listening don't give a fuck about those people anyways.
What?
It's just
They might be listening though. Hey, man.
maybe. Yeah.
And they changed our life. All of you guys, everybody at JFL. But we didn't want to walk past him because everybody else did their thing on the stage, so you can kind of sneak out. Jeff would have looked right at us while we walked past. So I was like, oh my God, I'm missing out on free lunch with Ari and probably some dope ass wisdom. And he was, but
yeah,
I
he
got to
told
meet
me
him
the
at show.
best shit, man.
Oh God, what did
I
he say?
forgot all of it.
Oh my God.
But it was good. It was good.
That's how you ingest advice. You just, that's good. And then move.
Dude,
you
I was
don't
so
remember
bad at it. I met with this Fox lady. We're in the meeting, and she goes, "Do you have any questions for me?" And I went, "No." And I was like, "I feel like I should." And she's like, "Yeah, you probably should." And I was like,
I know
"Oh fuck."
Samantha
Yeah.
Nasser. Yeah, she was super cool. She met with all the unrep people.
And then she's like, "It's okay." And I was like, "All right, see you later." Dude, everybody's meeting. It was like dentist appointment. Everyone had a meeting every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And they were behind because everybody goes long because everybody has questions and they talk.
Right.
And
Just giving
it's
time
supposed
back
to
to
be
the room.
yeah, it's supposed to be 15 minutes meetings, and most people's was 20 to 30.
Right.
Mine was 6 minutes long. I was like, all right, I don't know what to do,
You
lady.
guys are welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right.
That was for you, Sean.
Yeah. What did I ask her? I asked her like, what
Probably-
is she looking for in a general? Like when people have general
See,
meetings.
that's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good. Where were you in my meeting? Fuck.
All she said, I mean, like most people, like, and I feel like I was doing my general meetings right in that I would come with nothing, and I would just try to make it conversational, talk about them, whatever I knew about them, like try to make that, you know what I mean, and just build a relationship. Because like you
see,
said, these people will employ you.
What I did is I just stared at them with a smile. And they're like, do you want to say anything? I was like, I got nothing.
But even that makes an impression. It's like, that dude doesn't give a shit.
They're like, oh, this fool is retarded.
He'll do what we tell him to do.
Yeah. I was like, just tell me what to do. I fucking make people laugh. That's what I do.
Dude, do you know a girl? I think I already told you. You know Blair Sachi?
Yeah, she's so funny.
so fun, dude. When
I was chilling with her. I knew of her because of you, and then I ran into her during our 7-hour plane delay, and then I bonded with her because I just, if you wouldn't have mentioned her name, I wouldn't have I mean, I might have made friends with her, but like, you know, when somebody says, oh, that's Chris, he's cool.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay.
Dude, you guys seem right up each other's alley as far as vibe.
Yeah.
But then
She's a
the
true
show
weirdo.
she pitched, you should really like, hey, because she had a good, I don't know if she won the pitch program. Probably not, because she was like probably literally the most unprepared. And I say that with respect to the fact that she then murdered the pitch. Because everybody else had like the sizzle reel where you can kind of see a piece of the show and like a, what do you call it, a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
With this person would be playing, like, this is the type of person that would play my dad, type of person. She just came up with straight up, like, her energy. What's up, babe? How you guys? And she's talking to the head of Fox, Comedy Central, Hulu,
She's dope.
Amazon.
She's so dope.
And just talking to them, not talking down to them, not being disrespectful, just talking like whatever. Like she's talking to us.
Yeah.
And like one of them asked, so this about plot A, plot B, something really. She's like, that's a really good question, babe. This is the head of Hulu. And she's talking to him like, and the crowd's dying. So even if they don't pick her show, it's like, I know you. I know how you would be in a show. This is how you get your laughs in the show with that energy, that vibe.
She's so funny.
So if we could bring that to the screen around some other story, who cares? You know what I mean? Some bullshit story.
She made me want to relapse and do like do Molly with her and go on an adventure.
She had, her pitch was about a surf shop, like a surf shop in like the OC or wherever she's from, where she was a competitive surfboarder. Like she grew up being a competitive surfboarder. So the story is like she grows up, she gets a big job in New York and moves away from her family. Then she comes back to visit. And
are we supposed to talk about that though?
Are we?
I have no idea.
I think she'd like, yeah, it was good for her. But I just, the way, yeah, she pitched it to a room full of people and everybody felt. So like, but I just thought it was a great, but what I'm saying is for you though, I'm pitching it like you could be somebody in this story.
I'll be in her surf shop.
I think like you would play somebody in there.
Yeah.
Because then she comes back, her uncle dies, and then she has to take this, so she's torn.
My uncle died too.
Oh my God. You see what I'm saying? So.
Did I talk about my crazy Uncle Gus?
Yo.
No. Ever when he shook my hand at his wife's funeral?
Oh my God.
Dude, so my Aunt Lucy died, and we were at her funeral, and my Uncle Gus, he's blind. He's mostly blind, like he, you know, a diabetic blind where he probably got 20% of his vision.
Yeah.
And then he's in a wheelchair, and he's an ex-pool hustler. He was a hustler.
Right.
He used to always have guns and shit, and he used to gamble. But he was good at it because he bought his family a home and provided, you know?
Right.
And then, so his wife just died, and he's crying, and I'm going up there to pay his condolences and pay respect to my Aunt Lucy.
Yeah.
And I go up to him, and I shake his hand, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's like, "Who is it?" He's like, "Is that Philip?" That's my middle name. He talks like an essay. He's like, "Hey, Philip." And then he goes, "Remember when a sucker punched you in the stomach? And I said, yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot. He said, as soon as he says this, Philip, I said, yeah, he squeezed my hand and had this grip that came out of nowhere. I'm like, where the fuck? You're in a wheelchair, old man. My hand hurts. Where the fuck? And he wouldn't let go. And he pulled me in. And he's like, come here, young man. He's like, and he's whispering in my ear. And his wife's dead behind him, us, right there, 3 feet away. And he said, remember when I sucker punched you in the stomach? And I was like, yeah, I'll never forget that.
Oh, man.
Because it was a sucker punch. And then I said, why did you do that? And he went, you know why. And then I was like, no, I don't. And now he's dead, and I don't know why.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Right before JFL, like 2 weeks before.
I punched him back, though, for the record. I ain't no bitch.
Before
he
he
punched
died?
me, I punched him.
Dude.
Then my family had to split us up. We're like, why are they fighting in the kitchen in Lomita? I was like, he punched me first. Because I just looked like an asshole because he sucker punched me. And then when I wailed on him, it's like, why is Philip punching Uncle Gus? He hit me first.
He was in the wheelchair when you punched him, or he wasn't in
Oh,
there
no,
till
the
later?
punch was like a decade ago.
Oh,
I'm not going to punch a man in the wheelchair. Actually, maybe I would if he hits me first.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Fuck,
dude. All
tit for
bets are
tat,
off.
baby. Eye for an eye. The whole world's blind. Fuck that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm going to hit back.
Dude, my
punched
uncle,
my Uncle Gus.
Larry, like 2 weeks before, passed away. He was on like 48.
Yeah.
And he died right before. And I feel like this is how crazy the JFL thing was for me. Because my uncle's been there for me, like my favorite uncle. He was there when I got booed at the Apollo and talked me off the ledge. And he's always been there. Gave me money. He's like my rich uncle because he went to Columbia, was a lawyer. Freaking died. Alcohol killed him. He like literally just like was dead.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Dude, it sucks. Died. And the first thought was, oh my God, is my dad okay? That's his little brother. That sucks. Literally the second thought was, oh my God, when is his funeral? Because fucking JFL is coming. And I can't fucking... Does that make me a bad person? Am I a bad person for that shit?
Dude, I would go to JFL over any dead family members at funeral.
Shit. Dude, it's like... I feel like... Because, I mean, I felt terrible. My family knows I was embarrassed. But there was nothing I could do. Like, I'd already accepted.
You missed the funeral?
I missed... It was a memorial. Like, they cremated him.
You know you love him. You're at peace with him. Your
Straight
heart's
up.
with him.
Yeah.
I
love my
missed
uncle.
2 funerals because of Coachella. I was a drug addict. I felt real bad. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people kind of lost respect for me after that.
All right, you made me feel a lot better just now, bro.
It was 2 coworkers.
I was holding that in like I'm a terrible person. Now I don't feel that. Not saying you're a bad person.
I
feel
already
like
bought
I'm better.
the tickets. I had the drugs. What am I not gonna go? They're already dead. They can't go. What do you want me to do? I'm gonna live my life.
Damn, dude.
I do feel a little guilty though.
Yeah.
But fuck it. That's what drugs are for. They make you forget
Make
that
all that
guilt
go
real
away.
quick.
Yeah.
What was I feeling guilty? Oh, Molly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
man.
felt bad because I was really close with both of them. 2 coworkers, 2 different jobs. One was Vince's Spaghetti, and my manager, she was awesome, man. She was a gangster. This lady slapped the busboy because he was being disrespectful and cussing and he had it coming. Like,
Yeah.
and she
Slapped his
said,
face?
oh yeah, she slapped him. She's like, don't you ever talk to your elders that way. And
Damn.
punked his ass, and he deserved it. And it was awesome. That's the kind of woman she was.
That's dope.
And she died. And actually, that one is even worse because it was her. I went to Coachella. I forgot about this. Oh my God. I went to I went to Coachella, and when you go to Coachella, it's 3 days long, and you do drugs every day. If you're a man and you know how to live, that's what you do. I'm just kidding. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Back then, I'm retired now. Anyway, so I get drugged out. I come home, and then you're a zombie. You're fucked up. You're in 115 degree weather in the desert, and you did drugs all day and night.
Right.
So you're exhausted. And I was supposed to go to her funeral, but I took a nap and slept for like 7 hours and missed it. And everybody was like, where were you? And I was like,
Damn.
oh, fuck, I took a nap. And I slept through her funeral, and I feel bad. But
Oh.
the other dude was my good homie, Nay. He, I don't want to say what we used to do. I don't know. His family don't listen. We used to party. We used to get fucked up and buy and sell drugs to each other. We had different
Just
connects.
to each other. Oh, okay.
No,
I
I'm
got
just,
you.
just
I was like,
Well-
just do them together. Why?
No, I
you
just-
sell me this drug. I sell
no, we
you
were businessmen. And he was the man, dude. He'd always treat me. He was kind of like a mentor in that game. And he had crashed on the way to Vegas. And
Oh, in a car crash.
yeah,
Oh
two
my
Trader
God.
Joe's employees were killed.
Oh,
And the other was put in critical condition. I knew all of them. And then their funerals was the same weekend as Coachella. And
Oh.
it's like, hey, man,
They were probably there in
the
spirit.
game is the game.
Yeah. They weren't even at their funeral in spirit. They were at Coachella.
Yeah, they were at Coachella, and I missed it. And people were like, "Where were you?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, I was on acid, dancing naked under the moonlight,
Oh my God.
celebrating."
That story you told, I don't know. You probably shouldn't tell that on here.
Which one?
It was a girl and all that stuff.
Oh
back
yeah,
in the day. Yeah. There's a lot
that's
of.
that back in the
We
day.
told some dope stories. I think that was the cool part. I don't think we should. You shouldn't divulge stuff on podcast when we have green room talk. There's a rule about that, right? Like,
yeah,
should be right. Like if Bobby Lee's just sharing some story with you,
which is something where just let me get where I need to go, and then maybe I'll talk about it.
right.
It's some stuff you're just like, it's not that bad. It's just.
Yeah.
It's just culture.
It's
Such
like,
a
yeah, we're in a
pussy-ass
green
culture.
room and it's a vibe of these people here. We can, like, I know, and this has nothing to do with your story or anything about you, but I've had conversations in cars with people who I know you're not misogynistic, but we're just talking like that just because we're having whatever. We get it. We're not like, you know what I mean?
It's just funny. Sometimes
funny to
it's funny
us.
when women aren't around and you're not hurting
You're
any
not being
feelings or
disrespectful
anything.
to anybody particular or whatever
Yeah.
who's there who can be hurt by it. But we're just like having fun with each other, sometimes at each other's expense because it's kind of brutal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just get it though. Like we all get it. So yeah, that kind of talk though, once you put it in a form like this, it's like can be misconstrued or taken out of context or can just sound so bad when isolated. You just isolate like a little piece of something you say. Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're a pig and
Her pussy was stinky.
it's like he doesn't respect the pussy.
Oh.
They have
Hey,
a smell.
Hey, ladies.
It's respect the smell.
We love the pussy.
Right.
We love pussy. And,
I don't. Yeah.
sometimes it stinks.
Yeah, that's right. I
And
don't
guess
mind it
what?
at all.
I'll still eat it.
Oh, dude. Now you've offended me.
Why?
I'm gonna cuss, dude. You know.
Just put a little cough drop in your mouth.
Oh my God. There's a
Call it a
comedian.
day.
Dude, this dude.
Eucalyptus.
Oh my God, that just gross. That's so nasty, bro. I talked to this guy. He told me, I won't say his name, but also a comedian. He was like, "Yo, bro, remember that girl we were talking to yesterday?" Or I was like, "Yeah. She had a fat ass. Yeah, she was nice." He goes, "Man, I took her home, bro. Took her pants off." He goes, "Sewage. Her pussy smelled like sewage." And I said, "Oh my God, dude, how'd you get out of it? How'd you leave?" He was like, "Get out of it." No, we fucked.
It was the best night of my life.
Oh, but she's clearly sick. Like she has a disease. She must.
No.
Why would it smell
It's
like
just
that?
probably a tampon stuck up there or something.
Oh my God, man.
I know women, we may sound insensitive right now, but we do realize
Yeah,
too that
this
men
is-
have ugly dicks, little dicks, stinky dicks, moley dicks, hairy
Yeah.
dicks.
Yeah.
You know, just there's good and bad of everything,
everything.
on every person of every race.
That sucks that you
So-
have to do that PSA.
PSA.
We were just talking about poontang.
So I got a stinky dick. No.
And you put it with her stinky Gucci and then you had fun. Yeah. Ugh, that's so. Yeah, man.
What? I can't even talk about this. I'm gonna hurt my family members' feelings. One of my cousin's pussies smelled so bad that we thought, who's ringing?
That's not
We
me.
thought there was a
Oh, yeah, it
dead
is me.
cat.
So sorry.
We thought there was a dead cat.
In the house?
Yeah, my mom was like, "Is there a dead cat?"
Oh.
And then my sister was like, "Yeah, there must be some sort of dead rodent of some sort."
And you just like sniffing around till you get to her.
And then once we realized it was, we're like we didn't know what to do. Like, do we tell? Like we don't want to make her feel bad about herself.
she knows it's her.
But then we were like, you kind of need to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
We feel like you might die.
Yeah, that's evil in there. That's like a demonic presence.
Yeah.
in your body.
I try to do that bit on stage because I think it's the funniest shit ever. The fact my family was searching for a dead animal and it was my cousin's pussy. And then, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
But I can't talk about it on stage 'cause I'm a guy and it just doesn't translate. I tried it for maybe a month or two.
Yeah. Some people do it by like, oh, my
It doesn't
cousin,
work.
my favorite cousin. Oh, you got to
It's
soften the
too hard.
blow.
You got to be a woman. I tried.
Gotta be
I
a
delicately, I said, like, I know I'm not a woman and I don't have a vagina. I don't know what goes on down there. But Jesus Christ, this one time, my family was searching for a dead body.
Right. And it wouldn't even be believable somebody's nuts smelled like that. Like if you changed her to a guy, it wouldn't even be like, what? His balls smelled like a dead person?
Well, because we're just out and they're in. It's not even, I mean, we could get
not
stinky
fair.
down there, but it's not. We
It's
air
like
out.
sweaty.
We
Yeah.
air
It's
out.
like a musty.
We're tucked out, baby. We're tucked in.
Ugh.
Oh, man, after we're just talking about the industry, give us work. Then we just talk about stinky pussy.
Stinky coochie.
We're like, well, we did like these guys. But now
Listen,
they seem to be insensitive monsters.
NBC, this is his podcast. I'm just going wherever he goes. Fox, Hulu, Amazon. This is. I'm just a guest, guys.
It was such a magical moment
Yeah, man.
when
But yeah.
we found the smell. No, I was
Oh.
just kidding. It was such a. I was thinking.
You go
My
back to
mind
jail.
was in the. I was just trying to be funny. It was such a magical moment. I'm just thinking of the theater gig. We did this 800 beautiful theater. The next night, Kevin Hart was in that theater. We
Yeah.
did the same theater as Kevin
Yeah.
Hart. I mean, come on, man.
Yo, low key, and I'm not trashing him. We had a little more packed, I think.
Well, he was taping.
He was
We did,
taping.
we
It wasn't
did,
him
we
doing
did.
stand up. It wasn't him. He was taping a talk show,
Heart to heart.
heart to heart, and then that was hilarious.
That was so good.
But
We had
ours
Michael
was-
Che and Anthony Anderson
Yeah.
as guests.
But when we were in the theater, it was a little more packed
Yeah.
throughout it. 'Cause
All right. It
people are
was.
just.
I
people
think
are-
he has a better career than us, though.
Yeah, I'm not competing with Kevin Hart. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
That
He
night,
has a kitchen
he also
and he has a brand new Camry.
then and he was also, it was like crazy because his show, then you have Trevor Noah doing something down the street, you had
But
Wanda Sykes running around.
His
doing
was on the
stuff.
last night too. I have a feeling people were just kind of over it, or it's just because it's.
Well, no, that's the booming night. Saturday night was like, as far as
Actually,
Trevor
yeah, that
Noah,
was the best night.
So it was just spread out. It was like I could go
Okay.
see Jimmy Carr over here, or I could go see
was a
Trevor
lot to
Noah over
compete
here,
with.
or I could go see,
That was
whoever.
my favorite night, just chilling with you
Dude.
and Gary Curtis.
When we got walked into the
Opie.
roast battle, nobody was
Opie.
getting let in.
How the fuck do you say Opie's last name?
Opie Alagbagju.
I'll just
Yeah.
call him Opie.
Opie, that's good.
We're just chilling with fucking Bobby Lee and Jimmy Carr and Rich Voss.
Yeah.
And we're back.
You've never snitched on anything? Like
Accidentally, for sure, and I learned
to
lessons.
the police? To the police?
No.
They're good.
They are good.
They separate you. They make you think that.
See,
other
I
person's
always did
talking.
my crimes by myself.
Oh, okay, that's smart.
Who am I going to snitch on? Me?
Straight up. True,
It was Sean Grant. Who's that? He's in Florida. He couldn't have done it. Okay, it was me.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, I'll snitch.
What else? Montreal.
That was
Oh my
great.
God. That goddamn. We were hugging right before I went up because I'm emotional.
Yeah.
No, just because we'll talk about that theater gig again real quick because I felt
Right.
like we didn't go through it step by step.
No.
So it's 800 seater, fucking all of Hollywood and the business is there, all the big wigs,
Yeah.
all the agents and managers and all that shit. And then I've been doing stand up for a while, 7 years stand up, 6 years every night of my life. The first year I was a little timid, but then I just kept saying to myself, it's not a big deal. It's just a show. A show's a show. It's just a show. It's just a show. And I wasn't nervous at all until that fucking show started. And as soon as Pete Holmes went up there and started warming up the crowd, I was like, oh my God. And my heart was in my throat. I was like, I started pacing back and forth. I started drinking water like it was fucking whiskey or something.
I didn't notice that about you.
I keep it cool, but like
seem cool.
I kept it chill. But most of the time before a show, I'm just sitting down. Like if you see me moving, well, that kind of moving was nerves. But sometimes I like to move to like wake up or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kept it together. But in my mind, I was falling apart. I almost cried before I went up.
No, dude. You know what I thought you treated like? This is what I thought was so funny. It felt like you treated it like a regular show because you set up your recorder to.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
audio
like, why
record.
is he recording it? Is he working on? That'd be like recording a Tonight Show set to me. Like, why are you like gonna
Why not?
listen back? It's gonna play on TV.
He did. He's like, you
and it's
recording your
done?
set? I'm like,
It's
yeah,
done.
man.
This is the set. Like, what are you working on? I guess you kind of still are working on that set because then they might want to put it on TV after
Yeah.
that. But I
You
just thought it was
always
so
gotta
odd.
work on your bits.
That's
I don't
true.
give a fuck what it is.
Right. It just felt like it was so funny. Like, what's he working towards? But like now that he's here, but I was nervous because I was last. The nerves part for me relaxed at first because the show was going well. Like even right before you, I was like,
We had a good
everybody's doing
show.
good. Because I was like, I'm worried not for my own performance. I'm worried that if people start bombing and the show starts dipping, people are gonna start walking out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that affects me. So I was like, oh no, please. So,
I couldn't watch anybody because of my nerves. He's
just
the
heard
only
them.
person I watched.
Yeah, I
Because
watched
he was last
you.
and after me.
But I was nervous because I was like, man, when I see that lineup, my heart was like, I always have my heart pounds real hard.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if it's doing that the whole show, I'm gonna die. Like, cause my heart's gonna be.
I haven't been that
for
nervous in years
hour.
since the beginning.
But it
Since the
didn't-
first 2 years, I was like,
Yeah, but it didn't do that because I was like, it needs to do that. I was too relaxed watching you, enjoying your set.
Yeah, you need
enjoying
a little
people.
bit of that.
I was like, man, am I too relaxed? And then right as he was about to say my name, boom, 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 and I was like, oh, here we go. Okay,
it's
I'm
such a
good.
trip. You just wait because I was 7th. So I had 6 before me,
Yeah.
and it just starts chipping down, and then you're next, and then you're like, well, here it is, you know, here's the big shit, and
Yeah.
then he calls your name, and you just walk out there,
Yeah.
and then you do your first heroin joke, and you get a laugh, and you're like, oh, this shit's in the bag,
Did
baby.
you look at the balcony? Did you see?
Hell yeah, I was staring at them the whole
good,
goddamn time.
Good. That's a big thing. I feel like I didn't notice a lot of rep guys when I watched their show. I'm like, look up here because
It's
it feels
packed.
like you're in control of the whole room.
And then, yeah, I just stared. I took my time. I did it even more slower. I'm kind of a slower comic most of the time, depending on what I'm doing. And I took it real slow. I ripped it, and then Pete Holmes comes to me after my set, and after that, it was an out-of-body experience. The adrenaline's pumping, the emotions are overwhelming because you work so hard
Yeah.
to get this shit. You're doing open mics at cafes with fucking blenders and shit.
Right.
And then you finally get something like this. Even though I'd done big gigs with like fucking Chris and shit, my homies and Bobby and whatnot, this is different, you know?
Yeah.
Because at those shows, maybe one manager's there. This show, there's 300 industry fucks, you know? It's like, it goes from 2 to 250. It's different.
Yeah.
And then Pete Holmes takes me to the corner, and he's like, oh, because he'd never seen me go up. He's like, oh my God, you're so funny. And he was complimenting me, but I was just literally like high off adrenaline. And I'm staring at him. Mr. Cat's hacking up a hairball as I'm doing a heartfelt moment. This is perfect. It's perfect. Good job, heckling Cat. And then so he's complimenting me, and he's trying to tell me that I'm funny and all my jokes are openers. And I understood what he was trying to say, but I just like couldn't hear him and digest it in the moment. And then he leaves. It was kind, sweet words. It was awesome. He gave me a hug. And then I go back behind the curtain. I just start crying because I was so happy. And then
I think I saw the moment where he came back to you, and
then he came back. And then he said, I just wanted to be clear. Like, I wasn't insulting you.
he felt like he hurt your feelings.
And I was like, no, I understood what you were saying. It was just, I just got off. This was the biggest moment of my career thus far.
Yeah.
And I just was very emotional, and I started crying again. I was like, great, Pete. You're making me cry again.
Mean Pete.
He was so fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just had extremely kind words to me, and I love that guy for the rest of my career.
Right.
Yeah, that's all. It was just really funny to see him. Is he in the shot, Mr. Cat? You're so funny. Just, just all that shit.
Is the cat's name Mr. Cat?
Yeah.
Oh.
I came up with it. Pretty
like
creative,
it.
huh?
No, I love it. I know somebody, their cat's name is Catrick.
That's a good name.
Catrick.
And then, so at this big festival, there's Comedy Central parties. It's open bar, open food, all that shit. And I just I can't drink or drink or party. So they got hors d'oeuvres. So I'm just having fucking 14 like tuna tartare, mini burger, poutine, lobster roll. I was just meatball, veggie ball, sweet potato fry. I was just, oh my God, I've been shitting ever since I got back.
Was that your first time eating poutine?
Yes.
What'd you think of it?
Weird.
I didn't like it at all. Yeah, I thought the fries, when I took all that crap off, it's just like a bunch of stuff on
fries with gravy and cheese curds. You're like, fries are already unhealthy enough.
Right. And the fries they had were amazing. The actual fry was good.
It was good.
But the stuff on top of
it wasn't something like, I'm glad I tried it, but I'm not going to like seek that.
Right. Oh my God.
Can you wipe that booger out of his nose? I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
I got it. Get it. I don't eat it. He ate it?
Yeah, it's gone.
You got to wipe him quick. Mr. Cat, you wonder why it keeps coming back.
I got rid of it that time. He's like, nah, that's so funny.
You poor baby.
Oh my gosh, man. But yeah, time of my life, man. I'm glad I got to spend it with you. I was honored that you were in my class.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
We had a good crew.
It was a great crew. It was a great time. Like, I think, like, when people call me up for future advice, like when my friends who didn't get it this year get it next year or whatever, I'll have practical things to say to them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I got that. Everything I got was kind of discouraging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to tell them whatever happens in Montreal when you get home, you keep your mouth shut and you don't snitch.
Nobody did anything wrong.
I'm kidding. No, I know I have, just advice. It's just what everybody told us. Just have fun. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
And don't make a big deal of it, even though it is a big deal.
It's a big deal, and wait. Like, don't worry about waiting, because I'm glad I waited, because some of those people look nervous to have a good set. That wasn't even on my mind. I don't worry about getting a big laugh. I don't worry about getting applause breaks. I know how to do that. I've been doing this like over 10 years, like about 12 going on 13 years. So I was not worried about that at all. I was worried about looking like a celebrity, like looking up in the balcony, like doing those little things. But getting laughs, I do that every night. You know what I'm saying? Not talking shit or nothing. I'm just used to, if you can do it in a bar.
You could see the years.
Even bombing for me doesn't look like bombing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to save even a bad show for me. And I'll know I bombed. You'll know I bombed. But you know what I mean? I know how to.
Won't.
They'll be laughing. There will still be laughter. I will still figure it out. So when you're at that point in your career, then it's like, oh, don't worry about it. But if you were worried about that and you're doing JFL, good. I mean, good for you to be doing this. But like you're saying, like that's really risky, because now if you have a terrible set and nobody can tell where they place you and you bomb and it just looks horrible, now you've done that in front of 300 people that could change the landscape of your career. So don't worry about not getting it until you're ready. And then once you're ready, you just keep doing whatever you're doing until you do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and even the persons that didn't bomb, but I could just tell they were in their head, it's just the years. Mm-hmm. It's because they got 3 years, and we have 7 and 10.
Right, yeah.
Or whatever, and some people have 3 years, and they kill harder than us. There's no rules of this shit.
There's no rules, yeah.
But yeah, you could just it's just time. It's time.
Even I can tell when somebody is not a good comedian has a great set. Like that happens. You know what I mean? Like when the crowd is just the type of crowd that it works for you. But then you're killing, but then you don't move the mic stand, and you're just, you know what I mean? You're looking down, and you're not letting them into your eyes, and your pace sucks, and it just seems generic. Then I'm like, you still suck, but you had a good set. You know what I mean? That's fine. You're still a good comedian, and you bomb. Like, I can see you bomb and be like, he's still a good comedian.
Yeah.
But it's not that it just didn't work. You know what I mean? Or whatever. They weren't messing with it. He's at a church right now. You know what I mean? And they're not gonna fuck with what you're talking about or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I've had that.
Or you're last on a show where it's 30 people on the show and they all ran the light. So you know what I'm saying? Like I can still tell you're good, but you're in a bad situation. So the longer you do it, the longer you're like, yeah, that guy, he doesn't know what he's doing, but he killed. Good for him. You know what I'm saying?
It was so fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad I said to myself, don't riff.
Did you riff?
I just one little baby line because Canada's hard to get in their country. They have rules.
Oh yeah.
You can't have DUIs and been arrested. You can't have a record. And I have a record. So when I was doing my arrest story, I said I've been arrested a bunch. I was like, so thank you for letting me in your country. And it got a little applaud break. It was kind of nice.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, you hit him, man. Like you were just I think at that point it's safe to riff because you're in the flow of the room. You're in the music of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You killed it. Great job. Great job for everybody.
Montreal, baby.
Yeah. Would you try to go back next year?
Hell
just to hang?
yeah. No, perform. I'm going back as a performer. Fuck hanging.
Right. There's some people that just went back to hang.
Yeah, those are called idiot. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. No, well, like hanging's cool if you party, because it is a party.
Right.
But I don't party. I don't want to hang and then.
You seem to party pretty well. When I say party well.
I mean, I hung out till last call every single night, which was at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
5 a.m.
That seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, but it's just that was because I was playing the industry game of networking.
Yeah.
Like now that I've done that, I guess you always could continue to do that. But it's just like I just want to perform.
To talk about after that.
Yeah.
After you
Once I got my team, I don't I want to perform. I don't want to party.
Right.
It's just
they already know the vibe. Yeah, people are trying to sell you constantly. So, yeah. But I think we did the parties well because, at least for me, hanging with the homies.
yeah.
Because we didn't seem thirsty. We weren't trying to go out to people. People come up to me. But it still seemed like a vibe. Like, once you're vibing and you have a crew of people and your vibe seems cool, then it's easier for them to come up to you and be like, oh, great set. Yeah, I was at your thing the other day. Oh, thank you, man. Oh, I appreciate you. What was your name again? And then it's a vibe. You see what I'm saying? You came up to me. And then you had me your card. I had you mine.
Yeah. No, that
That's
is
cool.
true.
As opposed to you sitting looking like a serial killer at the party. You know what I mean? And you drinking some weird drink or whatever. And now nobody feels cool coming up to you.
That shit did happen to me because I just kept seeing this girl. And she was pretty. And I just was chill and just standing there smiling vibe. And I'd seen her throughout the festival over and over. I've seen her, whatever. You see her 6-8 times. And then finally the last night she goes, hi, I'm Beth. We've been seeing each other this whole festival. And you just keep smiling. And I think she might even said you have a good vibe. And I was like, oh, nice. Yeah. She's like, I seen you on Fresh New Faces. I was like, oh, cool. Are you a performer? She's like, no, I'm a TV executive. And I was just like, oh, my God. But, like, that's just JFL, which is awesome for her because she looked young as fuck. It's like, how are you a TV exec?
Dude, that would trip me
like
out.
You're 25.
Dude,
These
what?
execs and TV people were all young as fuck.
Yeah.
I was just taken aback by it. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, Ryan Moran at Comedy Central. Shout out to him. He was showing mad love. But, yeah, he's a young dude. Like, he looks like a kid, like in his 20s or whatever. And I'm like, you make decisions like that? Or, oh, the lady, Sam, he's the head of development, but the head of Comedy Central's programming or something is a young lady named Sam. I don't know how young she is, but she looks very young. She looks like a teenage girl.
I think that's amazing. Finally,
so be cool.
Young blood.
Yeah, that's cool. But like to the comedians, like be cool when you're out because you'll see somebody like, oh, that must be his assistant because he's young or whatever, and that's the guy. So
that's the head honcho.
Treat everybody cool. You know what I mean? Like be cool with everybody.
I'm just glad that the TV execs aren't 72-year-old white males anymore. That's not funny. Fucking
I need some Groucho Marx in here. Some Milton Berle.
Get the new blood in here.
Hey, young man. Yeah. No, that's good because, and it matches what the people that are watching, the demographics that they're going after.
Remember when Jessie Mae Peluso gave her speech in the green room?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Jessie Mae Peluso is extremely funny, awesome comedian. and she had just did the Nasty show.
Yeah, I'd never seen her before. She smashed.
Oh, she's a ripper, man. She crushes.
Yeah.
And then it was the last day. It's a big deal for everybody. She's a headliner. She's been on TV. She's toured. She's got money and all that shit. And she gave this speech in the green room. And of course, she's a comedian. So she gives this heartfelt speech about how her dad just passed and how this is a big deal. And he was her biggest fan. And she was happy to share it with all of us in the green room. And then she looked at Gary Curtis and she's like, I don't know who the fuck you are, but everybody else. And they got this huge laugh. And Gary's like, oh, I knew that was coming. He's like, I shouldn't be here. I don't know her like this. And she's giving this heartfelt speech.
So he couldn't move.
Yeah.
He was like, ugh.
He was front row too. I was like, tough break, Gary. I've been knowing her for years.
Oh,
or at least a year. I met her maybe a year ago in San Diego.
I would have got
maybe
that
2
same
years
line,
ago.
but I was standing behind her.
Yeah, you might have. You might have. See, he was back. Gary's front row.
And I was like, I wasn't moved at all, but I didn't have to act like it because I was behind her.
Yeah.
But Gary had to be like, yeah, uh-huh.
You weren't moved by that speech?
I don't know you. It's moving.
She's talking about her dad that just died.
Yeah, but mad people
This guy's
die,
a
son.
monster.
Niggas die every day, son. No, I was just playing. I just didn't know her, so why would I be? Well, you're not moved by people you don't know. When
All the time.
Shut up.
I'm empathetic.
Nah,
Sorry, I'm not a
people you
serial
don't
killer
know-
like you,
Dude.
destroying marriages and relationships.
Dude, I really feel like I have serial killer hobbies. I'm just like, I fall short of like killing people and hurting animals. But all that other shit, I'm down.
I feel bad for anybody. Jack Knight got harassed at the airport, and I felt more emotional about it than him.
By a fan?
No, by security. He got choked out and fucked up.
Nah, shut up.
I
What are
swear
you
to
talking
God.
about?
And the cops came, and then
What? This is in Canada?
on the flight home.
Oh my God.
Yes.
When you landed in LA
I'm not
or
s-
in Canada?
I don't know how much I'm supposed to talk about it, but I know.
Snitching ass nigga. Snitch.
No,
Go ahead,
because
tell
of
me.
legal reasons. I know there's going to be.
He's gonna sue people?
Hell yeah, they fucking fucked him up. And we all ran to go to his aid, but they had security blocking us off, and he was just around the corner to where we couldn't even see who it was. We just saw like commotion and scuffles and like feet. You know,
Was he getting mouthy? What was he doing?
I guess they kicked him in his sleep. The security, he was sleeping at the airport, and airport security kicked his bag when he was sleeping on it and woke him up. And then they're like, you need to move. And then he said, you need to apologize for kicking me while I'm sleeping. And they wouldn't apologize. And then they tried to escort him. And he said there was 2 security guards. And one was like,
He's on a 7-hour delay.
this is off the 7-hour delay. And
Wow.
one like pushed him one way and one pulled him. There was 2 of them. And it like conflicted. They thought he was attacking them, but really they were maneuvering him. And then they dropped him, kneed him, choked him out. And it's all on footage. And then the cops get there and they're like, let this kid go. You know, you guys are monsters. And then he gets out and he's laughing about it. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I wanted to give him a hug. Like, are you okay? Because
like, that's my serial killer in me because I'm like, yeah, I don't like injustice, but I like a good ass whooping. I don't mind. When I see somebody get their ass whooped good and proper,
Well,
I'm
he
like,
didn't
ooh.
deserve it. If he had deserved
You don't need
it,
to deserve it. I like a good ass whooping, whether you deserve it or not.
if he deserved it, I could be like, oh yeah, he
I'm like,
deserved it. But when you
ooh.
don't deserve shit and you get treated like that, I just felt so bad for him. And he just didn't give a fuck. And I've been arrested a bunch. And I told him, I was like, I've been arrested fucking 4 times. And it's an emotional day for me. I'm crying. I'm like, I'm not trying to play tough. I'm just like, there's no worse feeling than losing your freedom.
Yeah.
And so I'm just imagining the times that it has happened to me, and I've been fucked up by the police. And then he just is like, can I get a Bloody Mary? And I was like, all right, Jack, you're fine.
I thought I was gonna say something deep, but it just didn't come in time. I was gonna be like, it don't matter losing your freedom when you never had it, brother. But that's not true at all. I'm free.
You free right now.
I've never been to jail or arrested, dog.
Never?
Hell no.
But you're black in America.
I know, but I be snitching, dog. I be snitching. I be telling on these motherfuckers, man.
I just felt bad. Well, first of all, it was just terrible, but I was like, that's such a racist thing. It
No.
sure did feel like it. He's sleeping at the airport on a 6-7 hour delay, getting kicked by 2 white men.
After he was there probably at 5, like it's a 7 a.m. flight.
Yeah.
You gotta be there at 5, which means you had to be up by like 3:30, 4 to actually get there, and then you have to wait 7 hours to. Why would that even be a thing? Was he sleeping? He's probably sleeping in the way. See, you see how my mind works? I'm like, oh,
You don't
the
know
police
that.
are right.
Hey,
Police are right. He must have been in
it was
people's
airport
way.
security. All I know is when the police watched the footage, they said, let him go immediately. And then they filed a complaint towards the airport security.
Wow.
So that,
My boy about to get paid.
hell yeah, that's why I was like, I'm not sure if we should talk about it.
Good for you, Jackie.
But he was like, where were y'all? I was like, I swear to God, like 20 of us ran to your aid because we just heard screaming. But they had security and airline employees blocking us.
Well, that's
And then one guy
pussy.
started
None
trying
of them
to-
have a gun. Like, why would they stop
I know, but
you?
we didn't know.
They just did this,
but
and you
no,
went,
like,
oh.
we didn't know. Had we seen it was him, I swear to God, we would have ran past. But we didn't know what it was. We thought it was this other dude that we didn't know because he was going crazy earlier because he was upset that it was delayed 7 hours. So we didn't even know it was Jack. Had we known, and we still almost ran to whoever's aid it was. We now know it was Jack. But we thought it was this fucking fool with tattoos because he was getting crazy earlier.
Oh, he wasn't a comic? He was just a
No,
guy?
he was just a guy pissed that
But
he...
you were going to help Jack because he's successful.
comic. No.
You going to
Yeah,
help me like
that's
that
what-
if I'm giving my ass whooped by
Not
the police?
anymore, not after this podcast. I would have helped anybody I knew.
Got you.
Yeah. What the fuck? I don't ask for favors. I think you know that, motherfucker.
No, he doesn't. He's the sweetest dude.
You gotta earn it.
With just straight up empathy, and he just loves people, man. And you're a good guy, and I'm glad good things are happening to you.
When people ask me for shit, first of all, I don't have shit to give you. Second of all, don't ask what? How did you get this?
Oh
Be-
my God,
be
it's so
funny.
disrespectful, dog.
Be funny, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's it. How did you
They want a
get
secret.
that?
They want like no. You talk to this guy.
Oh,
you say,
would you suck this toe?
right.
No, I was fucking funny.
I bought it. You bought him a gift card, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you get him like a Subway? No, dude. There's no. Just keep doing it and being funny like you have been for the last 7 years, and good things happen. Right?
Yeah. It's true. Just keep killing it. Keep writing. Keep being nice.
Yeah.
Keep your head down. Focus on you and your career.
And not like
Don't be bitter like some of these fools. They get
Dude.
real bitter.
that's what's crazy.
They'll be a bitter millionaire from comedy.
You know what's crazy too? Like
You're
even,
like,
yeah.
You made it,
Yeah.
asshole.
Like, you made it.
You're making money off of your dream, and you're still bitter. You're not Chris Rock.
Right.
You know why you're not Chris Rock? Because he's the best, and you're not.
Right. And he probably would have been. He's just not bitter. He's just not that type of
Yeah.
person. That vibe. I had a dude, like when I was headlining in El Paso, he was just a local comic, and I go to work out a set like the day I land early. So I'm in the mic. Somebody introduces me, and he goes, "Yeah, what's up, man?" Or whatever. Just I was like, "Okay, cool." This is how people. And then when the dude tells him, "Oh, that guy's headlining El Paso,"
His
he
tune
comes
changed.
back. He's like, "Hey man, I didn't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't have talked to you like that. Or I wouldn't have." And I'm like, "Well, that makes you worse.
Yeah.
That makes it worse."
You didn't even think anything of it, but now you're like, now I hate you.
Right. At first, I just thought like, yeah, whatever. It didn't
Just
even
be
seem
nice to everybody.
disrespectful. But he's been overly nice since I've seen him. Then I'm like, you fake, dog. Like you're not like you give a vibe to everybody. It don't matter if it's. And I try to be the same way. When I'm in the green room, the person helping us.
I don't
thank
care
you
who
so
you are.
much.
You're
a person. You deserve
I think it's
respect.
customer service. When you need to get knocked out. I already talked about that. That'll humble you real quick. But
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
in customer service for pretty much my entire life. Trader Joe's 11 years. Before that, I was a busboy, server, pizza delivery boy.
Mm-hmm.
When you just get shit on your whole fucking life, you just kind of tend to be kind to people because you
Right.
just know how it is to be
Yeah.
that job. And also, I'll just tell you an example of how just saying yes to opportunities is great for you. So I got asked to do the Chatty Broads podcast with Becca and Jess. They're these two sweethearts. I had no idea who they were. I didn't know what the podcast was. I didn't know what it was about. I
Right.
just said yes. I said yes. I show up, come to find out, these girls are, first of all, I love them now. They're an amazing energy. It was just fun. It was just lit. It was fire, you know? And then come to find out, their podcast is in like the top 50 and it's massive. and they have huge social media presence, which that doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, I said yes just because I was like, oh fuck it, they're a fan of my work,
right? They
you
could have
know,
been two.
I had no. It could have been 12 followers, and I would have done it, and I did it, and it was extremely beneficial for both actually because we just had a great energy. But of course, I received the more beneficial end of it because they're up here and I'm down here,
Right.
and it was just besides all of that. Now we're just friends, and the numbers don't matter.
Right.
But I said yes, not knowing.
Right.
Like I'm doing a podcast this Thursday. I've never met this fucking kid in my life, but I was like, you just say yes. You just say yes. You
Yeah.
never know what things are going to be. Then eventually when you get to a certain point, maybe saying no to certain things is a wise thing.
Right.
But at this point in my career, I'm going to say yes to all unless, of course, I find out you're a shitty person,
Right.
and, then I'm gonna say no.
Dude,
But yeah,
when you're positive like that, because I try to be positive and nice to everybody, but I don't think I'm overly. I just am. You know what I mean? Like I don't go out of my way being nice. Like I'm not. I don't think I'm that good a person. Like you strike me as like, oh, I'll help you. I'll pick you up from the airport or something like that. People don't really come to me like that.
I like
and
to
probably
help people.
I wouldn't do it, but I would give you a good reason why. I'll be like, man, I wish my nose would almost sound like a yes, but I'm not a good person like that. Which is how you look at me. I'm not a good person, but
maybe that's why you got a horn on your head.
that's right, because I'm a fucking devil.
The devil's coming out of you.
But no. But I mean, I am what I am. I'm cool or whatever. I'm like, I'm not out the way nice, and that's just not me. Kiss my ass. But I'm not me. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't select like that person or that person. All my dope friends are like me. You know what I mean? Like we're the same level of. There's levels to this shit. So anyway, somebody goes, man, I'm so glad you got JFL. Finally, one of the nice guys. And I was like, you think I'm a nice guy? You know what I mean? Because I'm nice. I mean, I'm not mean.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't categorize myself as call me up at 12
You don't have to be
at
a
night.
fucking ass kisser because everybody hates those people.
Right.
Just be a decent
I'm the
person.
same decent to everybody. I'm not-
Decency will get you a long way
Right.
in this business because there's a lot of sure. Not
See?
so decent person.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like the level of niceness in this business is the threshold is a lot lower.
And if you always notice the fucking top motherfuckers, they're always the nicest dudes.
Right. And
And-
then whenever you hear horror stories, you're like, that's out the way mean. Like I've
Yeah.
met like nasty people. I'm like, he just doesn't seem pleasant. But some people are like out the way. Like that's an effortful, terrible person. Like
Yeah.
why are you? You know what I mean? Like you go.
Why
out,
did you call my mama and tell her I'm not funny?
it would be more stressful to be
She
that
believes
mean.
you.
Yeah. You go out your way. You go.
I mean, look
extra
at Kevin
mile.
Hart's success, and everybody has the same fucking story. Nicest guy in the
He's
world.
out the way nice.
Michael
Like,
Yo, I open for him all the time. Nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
It's
I'm along the way nice. I'm not out the way nice.
You know
I'm
what?
along the way. If it doesn't make me go out of my own way,
We're deleting
yeah,
this episode. This guy's
You're out the way nice. See, I'm kissing his ass because it's true. You're like out the way nice. I think people will call you up at 3 a.m. Hey, help me do this. I'd be like, bro, you know I'm not picking up my
I'll be
phone.
like, I'm sorry, I'm wiping Mr. Cat's boogers out. Jesus Christ.
But nobody would even think to call. I'm just like you said, decent in the threshold. For being
Sometimes
nice
it does
guy is that.
backfire though, and you get asked a lot of the times by a lot of
Then when you
different
say
people,
no,
and then
you
you're
seem
like
an asshole.
you're like, fuck, I'm trying to help myself.
Right,
I'm
right, right.
fucking hurting too, motherfuckers.
Right. See, I don't even set that standard up, so don't even come at me. Like I had a homie, hey, can I keep some stuff in your garage? I'm like, bro, we ain't like. I wouldn't ask you that. You know what I mean? Why would you ask me that? I wouldn't ask because I know it's gonna be here for
What
6
garage?
months. I got a garage, homie. I'm paid.
Good.
But no. He knew I had a garage and was like, can I keep something in there? And I was like, I don't mind, but then my girl lives here too. It's gonna piss her off. You're interfering with my relationship. It's gonna be here 6 months, and I'm getting mad, and you don't even get why I'm getting mad. So before I get anywhere near that, I'm gonna just be like, nah, bro.
That's fine though. That's setting
Yeah,
boundaries.
fine. Yeah, it's just
I need to set more
boundaries.
boundaries because sometimes that shit gets pushed over the limit, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know who you are, stranger on the internet. And I'm over here. I remember this one girl was asking me advice to do stand up, and I answered her. I don't even remember her name, and I would put her on blast because she pissed me off so much. So I was being kind to her.
That's my level 2. I'll give you advice.
I was being kind to her and giving her advice on the do's and don'ts of breaking in and what she has to do. I gave her websites. Here's the list of open mics. Go get it, girl. And then she kept coming at me with questions and kept, and I'm busy and I get like hundreds of DMs every day, and it's hard to keep up with the volume of it. It's a good problem. I know it's a good thing, but it's still it takes away from you. And then finally I said, hey, I told you what to do. Like, no more questions. You know, that's where you start.
Because it seems endless now.
She's asking me questions for like 10 years in the game. I'm like, just go grab an open mic. What are you doing? These questions are for 7, 8, 9, 10 years later. I don't even have these questions yet, and I'm in the game. And then I said, no need to respond. Please, no more questions. Just go do what I said prior. And I said, I remember I said, no more. I said, leave me alone.
I would block her. See, that's
this is where I'm getting at. And then she came back at me like, I know you told me not to respond, but I just wanted to say this, and this. And then I blocked her with the biggest shit-eating grin on my face ever. And I was almost like, thank you for you being so fucking stupid and out of touch and not respectful of somebody's boundaries when they went out of their way to be kind to you, and you're still an asshole. And they say, hey, please leave me alone. Yeah. After, if you've seen the messages, it's just like, oh my God. Yeah. And then she still came back at me. And then I just blocked her, and it brought me joy. It really did. It did. I was like, block.
She still had to
Fuck
take you there.
You.
Yeah, I would have did it right after.
Go be an accountant.
Right.
You fucking asshole.
I have a good friend of mine. She's on my improv team, Burning Mac and Cheese. We perform every other week at Acme in NoHo, so come check us out every Saturday, 11 p.m. Anyway, very funny, but she's not done stand-up. So I said, she was like, yeah, I'm going to go try stand-up. I said, cool. And she starts asking me advice. I said, see, so I'm a jerk. Now, she knows I love her. I'm a good person. I will help her out. She's my friend. And I told her, you can't ask me anything until you've done 10 open mics. Don't talk to me.
I like that, though.
Until you've done 10 open mics. When you've done 10, then I'll give you something. I still won't give you a lot. Yeah. Then I'll try to help you maybe do a show, right? I'll help you I'll let you know where Anchor Bar is. Yeah. Or something like that. Some place you can perform for people. Because I don't want you to develop poorly. But I don't want to waste like this. It would be like trying to tell you, how do I explain it? It's like you're not ready for it. Like you ever try to give somebody spiritual advice and they're nowhere near that level of, it's lost on you. Like I would never waste that type of, it might even set you back because it's so advanced. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
the
it's
idea.
a famous saying. You could lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Right.
You could give them the information, but it's up to them. And nobody told us. We had to figure that shit out. Right. And if we figured it out, you could figure it out. And I will absolutely guide you and give you kind words and all that shit. Yeah. But also, go get it, you lazy motherfucker.
Right. Yeah. No amount of advice is going to make it easier to bomb. Once you bomb, it's going to bomb. You're not good. You're going to bomb. That's good.
I tell everybody the same thing. I was like, all right, prepare for 2 to 6 years of being shitty and depressed and not getting paid. And then after that, you might get something.
Right.
It could be 2 to 10 years, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then it's in you. It's in your blood. It's in your DNA. Because if anybody else says that, like after 2 to 10 years of working your ass off, you might be able to make an okay living. Right. Everyone would be like, no.
Yeah.
But us, we're like, yeah. When's the next mic?
Right.
I just died on that stage. Can I die on this stage?
Right. And with the whole time wanting to do good. Like some guys, they do it for them. This is still a call. There should be a call in your life. It's almost like being a pastor or being some type of rabbi or something. Yeah. There should still be a calling fewer are called. Like some people can't do this, bro. Like just because your therapist says it's good for you doesn't mean, and maybe it is, maybe it's good for you, but that's not why we're doing it. We're doing it for other people. We're doing it because you were in. I didn't realize it was a talent. I thought everybody could just be funny. I'm like, why is this dude not just being funny, dog? Like just be funny. Like it will get you free stuff. Like it helps. Like be charming. I just thought it was charm, but some people have no capability of any of that. Even in regular situations, they can't turn on charm or be funny or like ease tension out of a situation. So not everybody's called to do this. I'm like, I watch some acts. I'm like, you're creating more tension than you're releasing. You know what I mean? You're just in here making people tense. And I'm like, oh, that's how you grew up. That's, you just do that. Like in your family, things will get tense, and then you just make it more tense. And like that's not the thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They just don't get it.
Helping people and feeling like, oh man, I'm bombing. Even if it's me bombing, even if I'm suffering, as long as everybody has a good time, make fun of me sucking. Like I would love that. I want a host to come rip me if I suck real bad and bring me back on stage and make it like if I'm the tension, kill me. You know what I mean? Like whatever it takes to make this show go well tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm not always going to be the sometimes I'm the butt of the joke if that's necessary or whatever, but that's where I'm at. Some people aren't, that's not necessarily right. I'm just saying there should be some level of that for everybody. It shouldn't be like, oh, it's all about me, or who cares what these people think in this crowd. Fuck them, to a certain degree, yeah. I want to get my ideas out, my story out. But when I'm sucking, own it. Yeah, I suck, dog. I'm not funny tonight. All right, have a good night anyway. Still enjoy Craig Conant.
Yeah.
That's maybe more your speed. With no hate in my heart. Like, straight up, love him. I suck. Make fun of me. Whatever. But some people don't have that.
There's been many of sets where I end with like, well, sometimes things just don't work out. That's it, folks. That's all I got.
I'll be like,
I painted my Mona Lisa. You guys shat on that shit.
I bombed one time real bad, and I was like, hey, guys, make sure you treat all the other comedians with the same disrespect that you did me. Because they're just like, I don't want anybody. And that's me being honest. Like, obviously, they're going to kill, and that gets a laugh, but then the rest of the show is fine. But then I'm like, I don't want to, part of you is like, if I bomb, I want Craig to bomb. I want everybody else to bomb.
I want everybody to bomb.
Because then I want us all to come in the back and go, yeah, that was crazy, right? That was a bad show. But then it never works out that way. I bombed.
Just you.
You killed.
Just you.
He killed. She killed.
Man, Sean Grant was off tonight, huh?
What? What's wrong with me? And that's good. You have to have nights like that where you're like, what's wrong with me? I can't sleep now because I suck at this. And that's good for you. It's going to be, like you said, 2 to 6, maybe 10 years of that. And that's,
just 2 to 10 years of
man, I just want to make people
shitty.
laugh. Yeah, I just want to get a house laugh. And then when you figure that out, now I want to be a celebrity and I want to write stuff, whatever the hell, right? But
there's a million different paths.
yeah, man.
And there's two kinds of people in this world, those that get it and those that don't get it.
Oh.
And make sure you're on the get it side.
Get it.
And not on the block, bitch. Bye-bye. Dude, that was the best. I love blocking people.
Have you blocked more people since then?
I'm not a hair trigger blocker, but once they start to affect the way I feel, I'm like, I don't even know who you are.
Like one comment like you're ugly or something, would that get a block?
Nah, I'll just delete the comment. But if it's persistent, and it's like you're taking multiple times out of your day and your life, several different instances to hate on me. And it's like, why are you following me then? Just unfollow me. It's a lot easier than commenting, you suck. I just don't understand that mentality. And it's such a hater, bitter, beer face, piece of shit mentality. Yeah. To where then if it persists, everybody gets a pass. Right. You get a pass 1, 2, 3 times, but if it's persistent, block. And then I truly enjoy it. It's like, bye. 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 Bye hater.
Yourself.
Bye hater.
I like it. I haven't gotten the same online attention as you, but even
that's
because
I'm funny.
Right. You didn't
even react to that.
No, so I like it. Like even when people do it online, I'm like, that's fun, man. Like if they weren't doing it, if you weren't getting that hate out of you, then you'd maybe be shooting somebody. That's how I look at it. I'm like, he needs me. He needs to get that hate out on his keyboard, like he's fucking trying to hurt me and feel.
How about
otherwise,
get
you go
off
get a
your
gun.
computer? No, how about you go play dodgeball?
That'd
or
be good.
something. Basketball,
good.
baseball.
Right.
Instead of sit in your home and with anger.
Right.
Get out of your fucking house and plant a garden.
Right. That'd be good. But I'm like, I'd rather him do this than go beat up some old lady or something like. Because I feel like that would be his next thing. Like, man, I can't get a reaction out of Craig Conant. I'm gonna go.
I hope it's a tough
shoot.
old lady and she whips the shit out of his ass.
Oh yeah, I was being.
Purse is filled with glass
Right.
rocks. Whack, 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 and she beats the fuck out of him.
I was stereotyping all old ladies like they can't fight. My bad. But
My nana had a switchblade on her at all times. She whipped it out of her silver bush.
Oh my God, man. But yeah,
I think that's it.
that was a fun time.
That was
man.
good.
Thank you.
This is Sean Grant. I love him. We shared Just for Laughs Montreal together.
We're
It
brothers
was
forever, man.
quite an amazing event,
Yeah.
moment. One of the best weeks of my life thus far. I'm pretty sure it's up there. And it was just truly an amazing moment to share with my good homie.
Yeah, and you deserve it.
Extremely
you worked
funny.
hard.
Worked hard.
Yeah.
That was another beautiful thing. A lot of people talk shit in this comic world,
Right.
but not about us just because we earned it. It took a long time. You know, like we didn't get it 1 year in. We
Right.
got it. Like I didn't, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people
yeah.
get shit and you're like, what? And like with us, it's like, oh, hell yeah. They've been in the trenches for God knows how long. It's basically just go work. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it does feel good to earn it.
It does.
And
Yeah.
no favors, no questions, just funny.
Yeah, I think
Just funny,
that feels
just
good.
funny.
Yeah, when
And
people,
it did. It just felt good.
Yeah.
And to finally get some sort of recognition or stamp
Yeah.
or whatever, you know, even though you don't need it.
You don't need it. No,
it
no,
still
no.
feels fucking good.
I'm not gonna bullshit you.
Yeah.
I won't bullshit you.
You
It
know,
feels good, man. But
There's lots of people making millions of dollars off stand up that never got what we got.
Yeah.
But it still feels amazing.
Right.
It feels amazing. So thank you, JFL, Just for Laughs, all them motherfuckers. Too many goddamn names to list. And you know who you are. And we love you, and I appreciate you, and I'm sure that he does too. And he's funny as fuck. Look him up. Check him out. Give him any of you doctors out there, you got any medicine for that horn on his head? Make sure you give him a little ointment, some preparation H. Just shrink that swollen membrane on your fucking forehead.
it could be a tumor. What if I'm dead tomorrow, man?
Well, I'm glad I had you on my
Oh,
podcast
good.
today.
Then we gonna be booming.
That's it, man.
That
I
was
love
it.
you, dog.
Love y'all.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank
man.
you.